My name is Mantouvalou and I'm module convener of the course Human Rights at Work. This is a half module focusing on the effect of human rights law on labor law. The last few years, human rights questions are often central in labor law debates, and this is what we explore in this course. I want us to focus on what is the potential of human rights law in labor law issues, and what are the limitations of human rights law when it comes to issues of labor law. This is a half module, and it is assessed by essay, a 3,000-word essay. In this course, we examine issues such as worker solidarity. So, for example, trade unions. Is human rights law beneficial for trade unions or not? This is one issue that we are looking at. We're looking at other human rights in the workplace. We're looking at privacy in the workplace. We're looking at privacy outside the workplace. Is the employer permitted to dismiss someone because of what they do outside the workplace and working time? Can the employer dismiss you because you post something silly on Facebook, for example? These are the type of issues that we will be looking at. We're also looking at other grave violations of human rights in the workplace. So we're looking at issues of so-called modern slavery. Example of the treatment of domestic workers. So here is an outline of the issues that we will cover in the course. In Seminar 1, we will talk about solidarity and human rights. What is the effect of human rights on trade unions? Is it beneficial for trade unions to use human rights law or not? Does it harm their interests? Is it individualistic? Issues such as these. Seminar 2 of the course is co-taught by myself and John Hendy QC, a leading barrister that takes trade union cases to the European Court of Human Rights and to English courts. In this seminar, we will focus on the right to strike, collective bargaining, etc. What is the role of courts in protecting these rights? John Hendy will explain all this, will illustrate all this with the cases that he's been involved. In Seminar 3, we will talk about the right to work. Do we have a human right to work? And what is this about? Does it guarantee that we will have a right to a job that we like? Does it guarantee a right to non-exploitative work? In that seminar, we will also talk about the duty to work. Can the state require us to do a job in order to get welfare benefits? So these are the type of issues that we will be looking at in Seminar 3. In Seminar 4, we will cover the right to privacy in the workplace. Nowadays, what employees do at work can be monitored by the employer. They can video what you do at work, they can monitor your telephone conversations, they can monitor your internet usage. Is this permitted? Yes or no, and under what circumstances? In Seminar 5, we call Seminar 5 the right to privacy outside the workplace. What we really look at in this seminar is whether the workers are protected from dismissal for activities that they undertake in their private life, in their private time. So can someone lose his or her job because of something that she or he posts on Facebook, for example? Or can someone lose his or her job because of private activities that the employer disapproves of? In Seminar 6, we will be looking at freedom of expression in the workplace. Do employees have a right to express political views in the workplace? Can the employer ever dismiss you because of your political opinions? And how about whistleblowing? Is this protected in law? In Seminar 7, we will discuss the prohibition of discrimination in the workplace. Can the employer discriminate against employees? When and what type of discrimination is prohibited? On what grounds? For example, can the employer dismiss an employee because he or she is HIV positive? Or will the employee be protected from that dismissal? Seminar 8 covers the right to freedom of religion in the workplace, a very hot and very contested issue. If an employee is religious, can she or he request an exemption from the general rules for other employees? Can she request that she can wear a headscarf in the workplace or a cross? Seminar 9 is about grave violations of human rights at work. This is about the so-called issues of modern slavery, human trafficking, the treatment of migrant domestic workers. In this seminar, we will focus about what the law says about these workers. Can we really classify them as slaves. How do the courts approach their situation? The final seminar of the course, Seminar 10, is a theoretical seminar. It looks at the interplay between legal approaches to human rights at work and philosophical approaches to human rights at work. What are the theories of rights that apply when we look at human rights in the workplace? So it will be a more theoretical, more abstract seminar that will also try to bring all the debates that we will have during the year together. It is important to highlight that this course does not focus on one particular jurisdiction. It covers various different jurisdictions that have addressed human rights at work. So we will look at some cases of English courts. We will look at several cases of the European Court of Human Rights that has been at the forefront of these debates, of the Inter-American Court of Human Rights, other regional courts, other national courts as well. The type of issues that we cover in this course are in the news all the time. We see them in the newspapers, we see them on the internet, about people that are being ill-treated by employers, about people that suffer violations of human rights in the workplace. It is a fascinating development that over the last few years, courts have accepted to approach these issues as human rights issues. And this is why this is such a fascinating course. I am the module convener for this course, and I've been writing and researching on these issues both theoretically but also their application in practice over the years. My PhD, for example, was on labour rights in the European Convention on Human Rights. I have published on the right to privacy in the workplace. I have published on issues of modern slavery, the treatment of migrant domestic workers, the right to work, all the issues that we will be looking at in the course. It is also very exciting that we have John Hendy QC as part of the teaching team. John Hendy, who is an honorary professor here at UCL, will talk about the cases that he has taken to the European Court of Human Rights. He is a leading lawyer, a leading trade union lawyer in this country, and it's a real privilege that he's part of the teaching team for this course. The students will have to write the essay towards the end of the course, when we will have completed all the topics that we are covering. This course does not have a set textbook. We will be using several chapters from books and academic articles, and this is where our readings will be coming from. So thank you for listening to the description of the course Human Rights at Work. I hope to see you in the beginning of the academic year.